Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoopid Ahh cast, week 4. Yeah, we've got Khosh and Lupus on for this one. Last minute. Lupus is still eating.
You guys want to give a quick intro on yourselves?
Yeah.
What is up? It's your boy Northy, as usual.
So I'm at the guest you fuck with.
Yeah, I'm a special guest.
He's
Fuck.
special guest.
Definitely special, Northy.
Khosh, you go first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Khosh, and I make shitty Fortnite videos.
Yeah, not
And
shitty.
I'm grinding for Chronic, and I probably won't make it in.
Another one.
Wow.
Damn. That was a completely negative
It's opposite
introduction,
day. It's opposite
but I'll
day.
take it.
I'm
Wait,
also
do you
want me to-
I'm
do
a
you want me to
handsome, smart young man. As
Do you want me
well.
to introduce him for you? Do you want me to introduce him?
Yeah, hype me up, dog.
Right now, guys, we have the one, the only Khosh, the creator of the Khosh Cone, and he is also grinding for Chronic and is one of the highly requested recruits for the team. Mega vouch, he is 6'5", sharp jawline, and his girlfriend is Madison Beer. That's right, folks. Give a round of applause to Khosh.
Woo! Yeah, Khosh.
Yeah,
Mr.
go
Beer. Let's go.
And he's Sand Monkey.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get it.
Let's move on, yeah.
And we also
got
have
Lupus.
Lupus.
What's going on, guys? Lupus here, coming again with another banger, and you will not believe how fast I just finished my Souvlaki. Please come back for the next video, and you will find out how long it took me to finish my Souvlaki and get the sauce everywhere whilst cleaning it up.
Oh,
Yeah, Lupus is a really quiet dude, so don't expect him to talk too much.
What's going on, guys?
Oh my god. And yeah, as usual,
Okay.
me as well. I'm Weeder. Kids on here. As usual, boys. This episode we'll probably just talk about how we all got into doing what we did. Just give some background info. How we got to this point, and streaming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to?
I'll
You
kick
go
it off.
first.
Yeah. Well, a few of you know this already, but in case you don't, I started making videos and I was a little. There's no. Anyway, I started making videos on COD when I was a little. I was like 12 years old. I had like sniping montages and stuff like that. Like league play videos. And I knew Oren back then as well. I knew Northy. And we played BO2 league play like every day.
You guys have known each other for a while then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like my videos got like 50 views at most, but I made a bunch of them.
Because that's back when you enjoyed playing the game.
Yeah. I actually, yeah. I didn't care about the numbers. And then I did that for like a few. I was always at like 300 subs or something. Fast forward to 2018 January, I got into Fortnite. I actually hated look
and
of
that's
Fortnite.
when everything went downhill.
Yeah, that's when my life went down. Bro, I was on a good path, you know. I was about to start uni, make my family proud. But I got into Fortnite. After a few months of that, in like season 3 or 4, I started streaming as well because people I would play with were like, "Yeah, you're alright. You should stream. I reckon you would pull viewers." I was like, "Yeah, fine." I started streaming off my Xbox, and I also started making like build fight videos and stuff. And I just did that for like a year. I'm not gonna lie, when I started going more on Twitch, I decided to stop going to uni and turn it into. And that was in September of 2018. Yeah, September.
What were you doing in uni when you were in there?
I was doing communication and media in uni. Yeah. So I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad about like.
Little young wall tapped on the content.
Yeah, my name was Wall Tapped back then. I don't know if anyone in chat would have known about me back then. If you're from the OCE community and you played Xbox, you might know me. But
Console.
yeah. God, bitch. Yeah, and I just started grinding Twitter. I streamed every day. I made videos like once a week. And I just tried getting better at building. I was a little Phase Sway fanboy too. That's how I got into creative. When I watched a clip of Phase Sway on Twitter, I think. Yeah, I saw him on Twitter, or someone shared it into the Facebook page on. It was like a console competitive pages.
I don't think console and competitive, especially against the same
Bro,
thing.
when I saw Phase Sway triple 90 with like the 3 walls, I was just like pog champing at my screen, dude. I was like sniffing pixels, just like studying it, and that's how I got into creative. And those were back in the Tilted Towers playground days. Fuck, you guys remember that?
Good
Yeah,
times.
bro.
Man's like
Holy.
barely wrote Facebook days. I wasn't alive then, bro. Like 2 years ago, not fucking 14 years ago. Yeah.
And then
He's a legit zoomer.
yeah, after a while of just streaming and being full playground nerd, met Parallel Connor back in May 2019. He popped in my stream randomly, because he was looking for controller players to possibly pick up a Parallel. He was watching me for like helping me out with my. I really got into uploading all the time and properly grinding it. And I think he recommended me to Mugen to pick up to Inverse. That's how I joined Inverse. June 2019. Why cutting out? Why you fucking hell? I swear to God, dude. Okay, that should be better. And yep. And I mean everyone knows how we went with Inverse. We just ended the other week.
Out the verse.
Out the verse.
Out
Out the verse. And
Fuck the verse.
that's how I got here. I met Tid on the Facebook page as well. And I played with Oren all the time back then, and we've just played.
Dominant.
We were alphas in the Facebook page. Yeah, and then
We became best friends because of an Asian woman.
oh, I forgot about that. This is how Tid and I met. Okay, so should we say this publicly?
Fucking say it, bro.
We were really into K-pop, right? Like, was it? Yeah, no, dead set. Alright, this chick, right? They're in the same. Oh, that is the wrong Momo. Jesus Christ.
I was like, bro, I don't remember being attracted to that.
This chick was my gamer. This chick was my gamer pick on Xbox. And this chick was Tid's gamer pick on Xbox. We were on each other's friends list for some reason. I can't even remember how we added each other. But then I noticed one day that this chick was his gamer pick, and I was like, yo, that
Yeah, I like
Chewy,
your taste, bro.
fucking her name. And he was like, yeah, oh my god, is that this chick? And then we were like, bro, we need to play together and talk. And then that's how it happened. we bonded over K-pop women for like first 2 weeks we met. That's how we became really good friends. And yeah.
And you
Oh,
pull
wow.
Asian women hard that way, so.
Hey, yo, you like K-pop too? Yeah, let's play FN together. That's literally how it went. That's exactly how it went.
No, imagine if you were an ego. I would have been balling back then.
It's good to know you were like that too.
Tricks, epic name. I think you guys will follow, by the way. Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
that was a good rundown on Wader. Wall tap Pog.
Yeah, dude. That's me.
Pog tapped.
Oh. He wants to give their life story next.
Alright, you want me to go next?
Yeah,
There you
man.
go next.
So I've been gaming ever since I could remember, and I think I started playing online when I was 12. And my first ever time I seen, because back when I used to watch MLG, they used to broadcast it on TV sometimes. And I remember seeing an MLG Halo 3 thing, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like I wanna get into like this content stuff and like competitive gaming. So when I got on Xbox, first thing I did was jump into MLG lobbies on Halo Reach, and I met someone named Mitchell or Dusty. Not too many people know him, and he was like he used to like tell me about like all the different stuff that you could do with gaming, and I really wanted to create content the entire time, but never like really had the chance to. And I remember coming across Weeder. How we met was in MW3. I was in game chat and we were talking shit to each other in an S&D lobby. We were like full talking shit every time we would die, and we ended up 1v1ing, and we were like, I don't know what happened, but out of nowhere, we're like, I like you. And then we ended up playing BO2 together and grinding competitively, and he started making videos that I always wanted to as well with him, but I never could. And then a couple years later, Fortnite comes along, and I end up being like fairly good at it, like straight away. And someone in season 3 was like, "Oh, you can stream Fortnite off your Xbox," and I was like, "Can I?" And they're like, "Yeah, you should do it. Like, you're really good." So I decided to start doing that, and eventually, me and Denzel came across each other again, and started playing 2v2 tournaments, and we started like racking up like views together on Twitch because we would be on leaderboards all the time, winning tournaments. And I just started to fall in love more with content creation from there. And I was, from that point on, I just kept grinding and eventually got here. I got into creative from stumbling upon a Woods video after watching Tid. I was like, bro, how does Tid do this? So I started searching up retake tutorials, trying to find his retakes, and then I stumbled upon Woods, and then I was like, I want to do this. And then, ended up making YouTube videos as well. That's basically how I got into content. Rundown.
What a
Nice.
wonderful story that turned out exceptionally well for a boomer.
Down to Grandpa Tid.
Yeah,
Grandpa T.
actual
Now,
boomer.
back in my days, we didn't have these things called PCs, so I started on the original black Xbox for
Rubik's
gaming.
Cube.
I didn't start on that. I started on a Sega console. If that's
Oh,
you guys don't
Christ.
even know what that is. That's fucking boomer shit. But I really started getting into it back on the original Xbox, and I was playing some solo storytelling like RPG games and shit. A little bit of first person here and there. And I really did enjoy gaming. I was kind of addicted when I was young. I mean, I still am kind of. But once we moved to Xbox 360, I started making content at around 2010, 2011 on Modern Warfare 2, which was my first content-based game. And I was trick shotting on COD, basically. So that's the type of content I was producing. And that content was just ranging around like montages and like single just trick shots and shit. That was like I was doing that for like 2010 to like 2015, 16, and kind of once I got to the later years of high school, I kind of stopped playing gaming and started focusing on studies and shit. And then also COD was getting really fucking bad. Like once it got to like Infinite Warfare and World War II, COD got really really bad. So I stopped making content on that. And then Fortnite came around, the game of the fucking century, eh? And I really did like the game. Like I was addicted when it first came out, but the content making process wasn't really fun. Like I just did it here and there. I remember on my channel I uploaded like 2 videos in the year.
Jesus Christ.
That was like 2018, and then like 2019, as you guys know, Parallel Connor also stumbled upon my stream because of Weeder. In the same like month, he watched me as well, and he started giving me tips on how to improve gameplay because he saw my stream. He's like, bro, you and Weeder are both gods. You just need to upload more and shit. So he gave us some tips. Me and Weeder, he's like our dad. He helped us a lot with like
mentor.
YouTube and social media in general.
Yep.
And he kind of gave us that drive to not only grind for Parallel, but create content that people enjoy. And that's across all different applications. It wasn't just YouTube. And I guess from there, that's when I kind of fell in love with creating content because that's when I started seeing the numbers rise, which obviously isn't the most important thing, but once you see it as a small creator,
it does motivate.
It is very motivating. And I kind of just kept grinding, and then as you guys know, the first fleet shadow that we got, me and Weird on our Dultage kind of gave us a little boost. That's how Denzel got to 10k subs. That's how I got to 5k, and then I ended up getting a second shout out to get to 20k. So like we're kind of set on YouTube at the moment. No ego shit. but like yeah, so that's like having the numbers support you, which like I said isn't the only important thing, is kind of what motivates us to keep doing content, in my opinion. Because like Fortnite itself is fucking boring. I just
It's
like,
not even just
creating.
the numbers though, because like it's actually people behind those numbers. And
That's what I'm
people
saying. Like
supporting
you see,
you know?
yeah, like you think about it logically. Like if you see like 80k views, that's 80,000 people watching your video. That's a lot of fucking people. Like
Imagine all
that
those
could
people.
fill a fucking full soccer game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it like that. A whole stadium of like people watching you play Fortnite. So that's kind of how I got into the community, how I did content creation up to this point. And yeah, I'm a boomer. So if
And
anyone
he's
wants
all,
to,
Nice.
he had a
Gang
pet
gang.
dinosaur when he started gaming.
Man's just still playing with a stick and a rock.
Oh, I could have said something really
Do you
bad
guys
there, bro.
remember? You guys remember the Flintstones? Yeah, Tid was on that. He was on that show.
Tid lived it. Oh,
I can know.
who's next? Khosh or Lupus? Who wants to jump in?
Yeah,
We'll
go,
get-
you go, gosh.
We'll get
Sure.
done with them, man.
Oh yeah.
So I've always been a filthy little nerd. So when I was a kid, I used to play Pokemon on my Game Boy, and then
Oh my god.
I think my first console was a PlayStation 2, and then eventually I moved up to the Xbox, and I was basically playing everything that I could get my hands on. But I used to watch a lot of like Let's Plays and just random stuff when I was a kid on YouTube when it first came out. And I always really wanted to do something like that, but I never had the means to, because I don't know, my parents would never buy me the capture card, and you're always limited on playtime and stuff. So moving on from there, I started posting to Instagram. I used to play Gears of War competitively, and I was also like into Halo 3. I tried to play Halo 3 game battles. I was god awful at it. I was really only good at pubs. And I played a lot of Gears of War, and I used to post clips on. This is where my content creation story started. I used to post clips onto like my regular timeline on like Gears of War. I would just like randomly clip stuff on the Xbox, like clipping software, and then like I had like a fan group of like 7 or 8 people who I did not know at all, but they would just like comment on my like game DVR clips, like, dude, you're insane. And I was like, oh shit, no way, that's awesome. People actually like my stuff. And then Fortnite came out, and then I started playing with a bunch of my friends, and I would play pub matches with them, and they're like, dude, you're almost as good as Ninja, like you should you're insane, you should do this. And I was like, okay. So I started live streaming, and I live streamed for a couple months, and I was doing Instagram, and then I finally decided to make a YouTube page and start producing YouTube content. And what actually got me into creating creative content, I think the first ever creative video I watched was definitely, I'm pretty sure it was a Sway video. I'm not gonna lie,
Sway.
but I didn't really like his content back then. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then I saw Beats videos, and then Beats inspired me to actually get good at KBM. So yeah, that's where I went with that.
It's just such an
And,
inspiration.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
him and Flyer specifically were what made me want to become a
Creative
how to-
warrior.
yeah, like a creative warrior. Like I remember watching Flyer's like first early videos, like when he was like really small. He only had like, I don't know, like 200 300 subs, and I remember seeing that shit and being like, oh my god, like I'm fucking horrible. And I was like, this is what I want to do though. Like I love this shit. This is so cool. I wanted to make videos like that and do the editing and like, get into it. That's why I am here today, still making videos and trying to be a part of the community.
That's
Let's
so
go,
good, baby.
baby. Alright, Lupus, mate. Give us a rundown
How-
on your life.
Old
How'd
mate
you
Luke.
get here, Lupus?
Yeah, how the
So-
fuck did you get here?
How did you get here?
So I was eating my souvlaki, and then I was like, hey. No, so, no, like the first ever memory I have of gaming would have been like, I was probably about cheeky little 3-year-old Lupus
Fuck.
running around with a Nintendo 64 controller, like, bang, 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 killing all the stormtroopers. So I remember playing.
Just killed Denzel, bro.
So I remember playing Star Wars on Nintendo 64, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool, bro! Got like spaceships in, wow, pew 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 pew, flying around." I remember playing Star Wars and GoldenEye 007. I always really liked James Bond and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh, I'm a secret agent, bro!" Like, like I was like full into that, yeah. But I started on the Nintendo 64 and I was playing a lot of stuff like Mario Kart. I've always just played like a variety of games. I've never actually been stuck to one game until Fortnite. But like, I kind of played Nintendo and then I went on to just the original Xbox at my cousin's. And this was like the first time I got a taste of my love Halo. Like I got a good taste of it. So my cousin actually had the original Xbox and he'd had the demo of Halo 1. So I'd always go over there and we'd just play I forget what's the mission called? It was like Halo 1, there's the hunters, it's like you're on the island. You fly into the island or something.
Silent cartographer.
Silent cartographer.
He knows
So
it.
that was the mission that you could only play in the demo. And what we would do is we'd just get 2 warthogs on the map and just keep them ramming them into each other. And I kind of like that's how I got into like Halo, was just ramming warthogs into each other, because in Halo 1 they're flying in the air, and we just like drive around in the water and stuff like that. But that's how I got into Halo and Xbox and all that. And so I kind of got home and I was like, hey, let me get Halo on the computer. I actually started on PC gaming like back in like
Wow.
2006, I think. I was playing like Halo 1 and stuff like that. And then because I got into PC gaming, but I always played like browser games and just like Halo 1 on the computer, because that's what we had. Oh, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, that was a banger. Absolutely love Star Wars Battlefront 2. Played that
Oh.
so much. I remember being Anakin, thinking I had the high ground, but I didn't, and I died to Obi-Wan. So Star Wars, and just I've always loved like a variety of things. Like as I said, Star Wars, like James Bond, like Halo, just all that different stuff. And then I kind of moved into Xbox 360 after that. And I was like, and I remember going to the store getting my Xbox 360, and I was like, what Halo game should I get? And I went up to Halo Wars, and I was like, I want that one because it's got more Spartans than the other one. So I got
Oh my
Halo Wars,
god.
not knowing it was an RTS. I loaded it up, and I'm like, why am I looking at the sky? What's this? What's going on here? But I actually really loved it. I loved the strategy games. I was really
was a
got
great
into
game.
strategy games. I loved
It
Halo
was a
Wars,
good
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
I
Halo
just
was-
ODST spammed and everything.
Oh, Warthog Rush, that was oh god.
Yeah. I never really got into games competitively or anything. Like I never really watched YouTube videos on how to get better or anything like that. I just kind of watched like playthroughs, as you said, Kosh. You would watch playthroughs. I remember like going on my computer on YouTube and just watching playthroughs of Halo 1, and then going to my mate's house and be like, "Hey, bro, I watched this. You're watching it too now. Watch it." And I remember
Yeah.
forcing him to like watch playthroughs of Halo, and like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna complete the game. And I remember playing Halo 1.
Yeah, me and my friends used to do that. Try to
yeah.
do all the glitches and all the
Yeah.
random Easter eggs. Like, what was it? Like the Scarab gun, and it was like all the golden helmet or something, the golden skull. There's also so
Oh,
much
yeah.
bullshit like that didn't actually exist.
Yeah, you just look at those videos and just be like, like clickbait videos now on YouTube. You like how to get like the vaulted drum gun or whatever in Fortnite, and it'd be stuff like that. But as a kid, you were like, that's actually so cool. How do I do that? And you spend hours trying to do something that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got into Halo like that, and then I loved RTS, and I just kept on playing more and more games. I just got a bunch more games, just different stuff. And I've played Halo for ages, ever since I can remember, pretty much, apart from like GoldenEye. But Xbox 360, I didn't really play online too much. I kind of just played my own thing, had mates come over LAN and stuff like that. Not like proper LAN parties, but like you and your mate just playing it against each other.
Split screen, man.
Yeah, split screen. That was the
Oh,
word.
dude.
Oh man,
That was so
I
good.
remember those days.
Remember playing on Valhalla in Halo 3, split screen. It was the biggest map, but it was split screen. You just had banshees, so you had fun with it. But
And everyone screen cheated.
yeah, I still screen cheat to this day.
I was a screen cheater.
But yeah, I kind of like got into a bunch of other games from Halo as well. I've never really played Call of Duty. I remember my first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 3, and that was because my sister's boyfriend actually got it for me for Christmas. Got me Modern Warfare 3, and I was like, I don't want to play Call of Duty. Yuck! I'm a Halo boy. Yuck! And then I started playing it, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. Never really got into it, but I did play it a bit. And like, if I look at my drawer right here, I've got like over 200 games. So like, I've actually played a lot of different games. I remember playing like going on eBay and buying like Chinese versions of games. Like I remember getting the Chinese version of Left 4 Dead 2, So I could get like all the blood and gore of the game. I didn't know that at the time, but I was 7 years old killing zombies with limbs flying everywhere. I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I had like all these games like Destroy All Humans, like Mass Effect, Battlefield, Crackdown, Halo,
Yeah.
Call of
Oh
Duty.
my god, Crackdown, man.
How good was Crackdown?
Crackdown was
Crackdown was so
That's a
fun.
I
classic.
dunked hours into that game.
Bro,
Borderlands as well. Loves Borderlands. Just Cause 2.
Oh my god, Just Cause 2.
Banger.
Oh,
How good was Just
it's
Cause
such
2?
a good game. I remember that.
Yeah,
It's like a really crazy GTA.
yeah. And I never actually played GTA until I was 12, I think. 12 when I first got GTA 5 that came out because all my friends were like, my cousin was like, oh, you get GTA 5, get GTA 5. It's actually so good. So when we go to my dad, oh, can you get GTA 5? And he's like, yeah, what's it rated? I was like, MA. Brings it home. It's R. I'm like, oh, sick ass, let's go. Get some GTA.
No way.
But yeah, I just played everything. Halo, ODST, loves that. Borderlands, got into everything. I've been playing just a variety of games forever. Never actually really got into content creation from the start, but I remember I used to make like I made a video. I remember I got my iPad, I set it up on a chair in front of me as I was playing Just Cause 2, and I titled the video Fastest Vehicles in Just Cause 2, and you literally saw the reflection of me in my pajamas in the TV. But yeah, that's how I kind of like got into gaming, was just playing, go to my cousins and just playing on Nintendo 64 that we had, and just go to my cousins that had got into Halo and all that, and my Xbox 360. And then as the Xbox One came out, I was like, oh, it's new generation. Let's got into Dead Rising. I always played Dead Rising, but like Dead Rising 3 was one of the first games I had on the Xbox One. And yeah, so I just kept on doing that. I just kept on playing heaps of games. The Witcher, favorite game of all time. Just got into so many different things. That's what I've always done. Is I haven't actually been stuck to one game. I've been playing like a variety of lots of different games. Minecraft as well, bro. Minecraft went so hard. I remember playing that all the time. And yeah, so basically I kind of got into Xbox One, and then from Xbox One I played a lot of Halo 5, Rainbow Six Siege. And I always enjoyed being really good at games because I used to try and be the best in my friend group. And then I kind of got into Fortnite years later. Came to, what was it, 2017 or something? Is that when Fortnite came out?
September 2017.
Yeah.
Right?
So I started playing in September
Yeah.
of 2017 because my mate was we're all at school and I never did homework or anything. I just went home, went to school, went home, played games, went to school, went home, played games, never homework, anything. It was game time. Gamer's got a game, grinder's got a grind. So I remember my mate telling me about Fortnite. I was like, oh, this is like my first battle royale. And I always liked watching videos of DayZ and stuff like that. And so to me, Fortnite was like the first thing on console that you could play, which was like an open map where you find random loot and you kill other people. So it was like the closest thing to DayZ that I could get,
Yeah.
which isn't close at all. But it's like an open map to play. And it was the first battle royale I ever played. And I got into it and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. Is building stuff. Didn't understand it at all. I remember kind of playing with my mates, and then I met these two guys called Y3W and this other guy called Effects on Xbox. Met them, and they were really good at the game. They kind of got the grasp of building before like a lot of other people did. So when I watched them, they would get like drop like 14, 15 kills. Like, oh my god, how are you dropping that many kills? And I'm just sitting there with 2, 3, just watching them. Because Fortnite was a really hard game, I reckon, at the start. Because if you didn't know how to
Definitely.
build, you
Yeah,
didn't know what you were doing. You were
You can do a
bugging.
1x1 at the end of the game.
Nah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I kind of just kept on playing Fortnite, got better and better at it, and it was a game where like it was the first game that I played and didn't stop playing. It's like because I'll play a lot of games and I'll play a lot of other games at the same time. But with Fortnite, I grinded out from like season 1 and when it released to season 3, then had a break from season 4, played a lot of Halo 5, and the season 5 I got back into it and started grinding leaderboards and stuff with a bunch of people. And then around that time, I kind of like got into the whole culture of like it's toxic culture, but culture of like 1v1ing people. Like I'd get angry at someone, I'd be like message them 1v1 me, 1v1 me, stuff like that. And I kind of got
Oh
into
my
1v1s
God.
like that, and then that's how I just kept on getting better and better at the games, just like that. And I thought I was all that and a bag of chips, mate. I thought I was everything on Xbox. I was like, I can beat anyone. And I was like, all right, it's time to switch to PC. It's time to play a bit of competitive. So I actually started playing scrims and competitive around World Cups when the World Cup started. So I just went outside and did some chores and stuff with my dad to help myself get a PC, and then I finally got that PC. And then with that PC, I started competitive, and then I played.
And
World
then
Cup.
you realize that was a mistake. That's what happened to
me. And I got a taste. In week 7, I remember I won my first ever amount of money from a video game. I was like, "This is awesome! I just won money from playing a video game." I was so excited. I was like, "Yeah, I just won some money." And then that's kind of where it went downhill. I kind of started playing for the wrong reasons, playing for the money and stuff like that, instead of actually enjoying the game. And I got stuck in competitive ever since then until now. So I actually haven't ever been a content creator or anything. I've made videos here and there, but I've never actually like made content. Like if you like, I don't have a following or anything. I'm just Lupus. I'm old mate Lupus. You know, I just make my way into everyone's kind of hearts. You know, love it.
Yeah, my
Well
name's
said.
But
You're known as the people's champion.
I am the people's
He is the
champion.
people's champ.
Yes, 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 yes. So we'll ignore that. But and basically ever since then, been into comp until now, and then after Winter Royale, I kind of had that break period, and I was like, don't really want to be playing comp anymore. And I think kind of today, actually, I've just realized that I'm going to stop playing competitive, not entirely, but for now, and try and just focus on content creation, because my goal is to try and move out so I can start streaming and all that stuff. And once I do that, then I'm going to actually properly start content creation. But that's pretty much been my journey into gaming up until now. It's just a variety of heaps of different things, and I want it to continue to be a variety of heaps of different things, making just funny content and just stupid art things, you know?
I love that.
Let's go, baby.
Amazing.
It sounds like we're all on the same wavelength, you know.
You're all
know.
gamers trying to upload some videos.
Gamers got a game!
We're all virgins.
You know what's
Creators gonna
hilarious about
create.
Fortnite is that
Yeah.
the first like 2 months I played it, my friend was forcing me to play it with him all the time.
Oh,
And
yeah, same.
Fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And it's insane to think how I'm sitting here now playing this game like at least 3 hours a day.
At the level you are as well right now. Like
Yeah.
one of
Yeah,
the
man.
top creative warriors. I don't really follow creative or anything, but I know you're pretty good. So like to think back, like when you guys all started Fortnite, you would never have believed you'd be one of the best creative warriors in your region and stuff like that with the followings you have now, would you?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I used to trash creative before I got into it. I was
too.
like one of those kids on Twitter, bro. It'd be like, it's useless. All of it's useless.
No way.
You're one of those comp players.
Yeah, and then like I don't know, I eventually just fell in love with it because it kind of suited what I like doing. Like that whole, it's like I feel like it's art.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like the start before you do retakes or before you do edits is kind of like a blank canvas, and from there you just make stuff up and flow with it.
What do you reckon? Is it like a song? Do you reckon? You talk about rhythm, like
Yeah.
like
My
the bridge
biggest
of a
thing
song,
is-
the chorus, just different parts of putting it all.
Yeah, and
together.
you know the ending of the song is just as good as the chorus in the beginning and the bridge, and you gotta keep that tempo up. You can't lose momentum and shit.
Mm.
Like, and I'm sending
Shout
like
out
a
to
version.
Momo.
Shout
It's
out.
a good comparison, though.
It is. It's literally
It is
like
a
a
good
blank
comparison.
canvas.
Like, yeah, it's like recording a song.
And that's why
something-
you don't end your clips and ramp flips, boys.
Yeah.
At least
The song
add
has
me
to
next
fade
time.
out. And you
I
don't
didn't
just
want
cut
to
it
say
off.
it, Northie. I didn't want to say it. I did it.
I have my clips
That's
in
good,
all edits
ejected.
now.
It's hard to. Yeah, bro, I love that. People are like, don't ramp flip, and now all people are doing are jumping up and editing a wall out and shooting someone. I'm like, so much
Yeah.
different. Like,
Shout out Apex, though. Like, Apex
Legend.
GGs. Not Apex Legends. Shout out Humbo, who's in chat.
Mm.
Oh, is Humbolito here?
Yeah,
Fuck
he's in
Humbo. All
chat,
my
bro.
homies hate Humbo.
Bro.
I could
Oh, yeah.
out edit Humbo with my edit blind on backspace.
But,
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, but we were all on Halo at one point, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm-
technically,
I'm
yeah.
still
Yeah.
heavily. I never played competitive, and I never knew about competitive, but I played it heavily, custom games, infections, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think
I was a
So
Halo
fun.
boner since Halo 1,
think-
so yeah.
I think me and Lupus are the most heavily Halo players, heavily played
Mm.
Halo players. Yeah, I still
the amount
like.
of
I played
hours
Halo
you
literally
play.
yesterday. Like I play Halo every now and then. Still, once
Yeah.
Halo Infinite comes out, boys, get ready for
Oh,
the
woo!
content. Oh,
I cannot wait.
I've got
Oh.
Good question. Who are some content creators you reckon have influenced you? Like,
oh,
like,
Oh.
Frankie on PC and 1080p. Have
and
you
not
guys
just,
ever heard of him?
not just
I've
in
had Frankie on PC.
not just in like creative ways,
Fortnite?
but like
Just in general?
personality and like
Oh
stuff like
man,
that.
that's a really
I would
good
say for
question.
That's
me,
a
Oh,
that's a
hard
hard
one.
I watched a lot of Captain Sparkles when I was younger. That probably
Yes,
me.
his
Yeah,
Minecraft
yeah.
Skyblock series, not Skyblock.
Just
it
everything's
was
good.
Skyblock.
Like the
All of
Yogs cast, bro. Did you watch
The
that?
Yokes cast.
I used to
No
watch a lot, man.
way. Oh my god. Ancient.
I've got
This is
two.
tough.
I've got a few as well. I've
I've
got
Who wants to go first?
Hold on, let me go look at my old YouTube favorites.
Dude, do you guys remember the crew on COD? Like KYR
Yeah.
Speedy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about-
Yeah, them
What about
especially.
like Delirious and shit?
Yeah, H2O Delirious. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I watched a bit of like Vanos and
YouTubeable.
that.
Yeah, Vanos here and there.
Vanos is
Vanos
good
kind
too.
of.
I don't really watch a lot of him.
You know who I watch now a lot, bud?
Yeah.
Fucking those guys who did a VR, the Australians, Josh something.
I don't know.
Josh.
Oh,
Do you guys know Rekid?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, guys, you gotta watch some VR compilations.
Yeah,
They're the
like,
funniest content
I
ever.
love VR stuff. Like there's
Oh,
this-
do you mean the like
shit. What's his name? He's like
Spagathon?
Josh
like-
Stubbs, that's his name.
people in VR chat talk about their most like their
AMB,
worst
AMB.
date or something. What's his
Yeah,
name?
like that shit's fucking funny.
People in VR chat. Yeah, their heart breaks this way. I am lucid. Like I am lucid. I listen. I love these videos. I love VR chat content.
Yeah, VR chat content is fucking
Simon,
so good.
insane. I love him. But my main inspiration has always been like, or just someone who makes content I can always come back to, and I've always wanted to make videos like this. Fits.
Yeah,
Like
Fits,
Swagger
Misfits
Souls.
and all that.
Yeah, the Misfits. I love them
Bro.
so much.
I'd
What?
say Misfits have to be up there with my biggest inspirations. But
Yeah.
Frankie on PC in 1080p he made YouTube videos on DayZ, and every video was like a movie. And like the first 10 episodes was him just playing DayZ, and then he made like a storyline with it. It was like a movie watching him play DayZ. Like he was just doing all this different stuff, and it was amazing. Hour-long videos, and it was just so good. I remember year 7, I was sick one day, and I stayed home from school. I remember his video, the first video popped up and recommended, binged the entire thing of 40 episodes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
My biggest
Okay.
inspo
Yeah.
is easily FaZe Tico.
Oh, vouch. He's a good one.
Wow.
Bro, I remember the first Tico video I ever watched, and just his attitude, like the way he's always so positive about stuff. He's always like, yeah, just his attitude towards everything. Like he's positive. He's always wanting to work on himself and be a better person. I just really messed with that from a young age. And I remember I ended up getting like an M&M's addiction because of him, because he loved them. So I was like, bro, maybe if I eat them as well, I can be just like Tico.
I love
yeah.
that.
But just like everything he does is just like exactly like it inspires me to be like that kind of person.
Do you guys remember T Martin?
Yeah.
Oh my god, T Martin. Oh my
God.
god.
I love his BO2 videos.
I remember watching his T Martin 2 channel where he just did playthroughs. I remember that. I watched that a lot because he just played random games.
Oh,
and
if we're
played
talking about
them.
good playthroughs, the Rad Brad. On the
Oh,
Venoms is
yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
some fucking good quality content.
Bro, there was a really good one ages ago. His name was it Ghost Robo?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I
Yeah.
used to watch his stuff all the time. He was like the happiest person I've ever heard do a playthrough of Dark Souls.
I tell you
Do
what.
you guys
Love
ever
Dark
watch
Souls.
Only Afro?
Wait, who?
No.
Oh man, he made some of the funniest Dark Souls videos. Like
Dark
ever.
Souls.
Dark Souls,
Yeah,
man.
I
That
never watched
game
that.
is hard.
That's the only game I've actually been like mad to the point I've broke the disc.
Wow.
I like
That-
full snapped at that game.
I tell you what though, have you guys ever gone back to watch a Let's Play channel recently?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not as
I
easy
watch
as
them.
it used to be.
No,
You know,
I think the thing that annoys me the most is that how bad they are at the game. Like the most common sense things, like where's the door to walk through to the next room, and then just walk right past it. And it's just, oh,
No,
mate.
that's just like that's part of the process though. Like I realized that when I play single player games, how dumb I fucking do shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll just completely miss the objective that's like right in front of my eyes, get frustrated and Google it, and then go, holy shit, I'm a dumbass.
That's so facts.
But
I
like
couldn't beat you remember 3v3 Guilty Spark from Halo? That mission.
Yeah.
Three,
The
four, three,
mission?
guilty spark.
I was not able to beat that mission until 10
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah,
Couldn't beat
it's
Halo
not,
1.
it's not, it's the most confusing mission in all of Halo's
Yeah.
history.
Wait, which
Uh,
one?
343 guilty spark when you first meet the Flood on Halo 1.
Couldn't
I
beat
had to
that?
wait. No, I had to wait until the anniversary came out before I actually gave it another go.
Wow,
Halo
that
1
was that was a very frustrating mission though. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there with my brother, and it was like nerve wracking. Like, you know what I mean? Like just getting to the end. It was, and then you die, and then you have to restart at like the farthest point. You just get so angry.
Yeah.
Oh, that mission. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
that-
I don't
Yeah.
remember this one. I
Look
haven't
at when
played
they
the
go in.
campaign
Look
in
at when they
ages.
go inside and like, yeah, the. I don't know if you remember that.
What was the name?
got-
What's the name of the mission again? I want to look it up.
343 guilty
343
spark.
guilty
I got stuck on the part we had to leave the facility.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
I
this.
couldn't
Oh my
get out.
god. Yeah.
I couldn't.
You know,
I
it
couldn't
doesn't
get
look.
out.
It doesn't look the same because he's on anniversary. Yeah, that when he's on classic mode, you can tell.
Oh, flawless speed run. I want to see this.
I think
Alright.
when it comes to my
That's so annoying.
inspirations,
Yeah.
a lot of the old FaZe guys when I was in the COD community, like even now, like FaZe Rain, I fuck with them heavy, bro. I've always loved FaZe Rain, and like just like how like Tree's been with his family and shit, like how he keeps it real as everyone knows it's his
Yeah.
catchphrase. And I fucking that was back in the COD days, and now it's like kind of transferred to like. See, back then I really like his trick shots. He was a good trick shotter, but I really watched him for his content, for his fucking personality. But nowadays it's kind of faded from personality and like I don't know. I feel like it's focused more
It's
on
so
actual
different
gameplay
now.
Like for
Yeah.
example, like Sway. Like I follow Sway because of his gameplay. Like he
He-
doesn't do face cam. He doesn't do like he doesn't introduce personality, but I still like fuck with him in his gameplay and shit. Or people like Connor as well. Like all he adds is just a little bit of commentary in his videos. Beats doesn't do any commentary. He just does pure gameplay. But then like there's people like Flea, for example, who I only watch for his content,
Yeah.
and also he's got good gameplay and shit. But like I don't know, it's kind of like a balance compared to what it used to be back in the days.
Well, do you think that it's a lot less personality now because of the scene and the position you're in? Just as an older person, you don't care as much about someone having funny videos. You just want to see really good mechanics and stuff because you want to get better, and it's more about like.
I
It's
think-
just, yeah, stuff like that.
I think personality has transitioned more to streams.
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
Well, that's like back in the days, like let's say FaZe ran cutcoms, like that was all YouTube based. Like all FaZe
Yeah.
was doing YouTube based content with introducing personalities. But now
There
it's
weren't
like
really live streams in general back then.
nah,
too.
there was like
Yeah.
Justin TV and shit, but like that was not big at
Yeah,
all when it first came
yeah.
out. But like I don't know, it's like now it's like you put all your heart and soul into personality into streaming because really you talk to chat, you're interacting with them,
Yeah,
you're talking about yourself, you're
live
introducing yourself.
interaction.
But like when it comes to YouTube, a lot of people, like as you guys know, all these Zoomers these days, they don't do face cam because they're scared of showing their face. They don't do like cut comms or anything because they don't like hearing their own voice and shit. And it's kind of like faded away from the personality scene on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the thing as well, is there's so many people that are young now as well that are making content in a really
Yeah.
good position. Like Face Way, how old is he? Like 16, 15?
15, 16, some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it went back when we were younger, that was unheard of. It was literally people that were in their 20s plus.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like back in the days,
yeah,
like older people were running the scene. It wasn't
yeah,
because it was based around a lot of content shit, especially on YouTube. But like now it's like, especially because there's so many more people into gaming now, like the esports industry is getting into the billions in terms of like revenue and shit.
yeah.
Like more kids, like people are as young as 6 and 8, 6, 7, 8 are playing fucking Fortnite. So instead of
Yeah.
watching, like they don't want to see personality, they just want to see clips. They want to see
Yeah.
clips put together. They want to see
I never
clips,
even,
vibes, they
like,
want to see montages.
Yeah, I never even knew about esports until like 2017, 2016. Like I remember my first ever esports thing I looked into was the Halo Worlds in Sydney, and I remember that being like, "Oh, that's good, that's cool, that's esports." But I never actually followed esports or anything until like recently, and I still don't really.
Wait,
I
which
just
tournament
thought-
was this in Sydney?
Yeah, the Worlds, one you went to, I think.
Yeah, should have met me there.
Momo.
Fucking whatever.
Montage snipes.
His montage snipes. You can't stop him. But yeah, like I think that like when it comes to inspirations, it's more gameplay based now than it used to be, which isn't a bad thing. But it's always when it comes to your creators, it's always important to know about them while knowing like the face behind the screen.
I feel like the fans are a lot less loyal now as well.
That's
Because-
Yeah,
like you
because
change
it's
to a
all
different
gameplay.
game, or like if you don't introduce personality, people are only watching for your gameplay. At the end of the
Like-
day, like
That's why I
Yeah.
reckon it's kind of dangerous to just do montages, man. I feel like you
I'm
need to
sorry,
kind of
I
have
want
a
to
mix
fade
of
out of
both.
it so bad.
Yeah, you need to have that mix of like both content and montages, to be honest, because like as good as montages are, like they don't have longevity like
They
in them.
don't. Yeah.
No.
Like I don't think there's ever been a single
Yeah.
game that's had montage longevity like at all.
Yeah, that's why I respect what you're doing a lot, Wita, is because you kind of realize that, and you're actually like really making the attempt to transition out instead of
Yeah.
just like kind of banking on it.
Yeah.
Even if like the videos are just you giving kids tutorials on like retakes and like talking
Yeah.
and stuff like that, like
But that still
that's
goes a long
perfect.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
like
does.
perfect. That's like that introduces personality.
But
and
just introduce, like even me, like my most recent video is a hand cam video. Like it's only just me talking like for a few minutes, but it kind of introduces a voice and introduces the aspect of me. I look at me play on the controller. Like
you're
I'm
not
actually,
just-
I'm actually a human being playing behind the screen. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of
about you.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of like that's just the little type of things you want to be doing to your channel as you transition. Because like montages will only get you so far. Like people like Sway and stuff, even like he doesn't even do montage. He just does like highlights, and then he does like full games and shit. Like it's not really adding your own personality. And
If you
once
look at, like-
once a game dies or once someone moves to another game, you obviously, as someone as big as him, he'll still have the support. But like someone who gets, for example, on Twitch, 20 viewers on Fortnite, they'll transition and they'll only get 5 viewers on another game if they're not introducing their own
Yeah.
personality.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like any big content creator, like Captain Sparkles or anything, like that, they started on montages as well, and they just transitioned to being a content creator.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
look at them
Yeah.
now. Like any game they play, they have that fan base, they have that support.
yeah.
One person that I look at is Lyric. Lyric was the first person that I started watching, like purely. I started watching him a lot around the DayZ time because it was literally like he was just. I started watching him because I wanted to watch DayZ, right? And then I kept watching him because he like literally his personality. Like I would tune in just to see like the antics he would get up to in any fucking game, just acting a fool. And I feel like that's kind of like the I don't know, the kind of vibe you want to give off with your content, you know? You want to get people to like no matter what you're doing, like they're there for you.
That's
Vouch.
like, yeah, you want people to be watching for you
Yeah.
more than what you're just doing in a game.
Yeah.
No one's gonna come back for skill. People forget about skill. People remember personality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with the lifespan of games.
Mm-hmm.
I
Doesn't
feel like
last
Fortnite,
forever.
regardless, will still be. It's gonna be around for what 10.
it's gonna
10
be
years.
around for a while. Yeah,
It's like
Long
Minecraft. Like
time.
Minecraft is still relevant here because
like League of Legends too.
it's not a game like COD where there's sequels and there's games keep
And-
going. They're just gonna
Yeah.
constantly update Fortnite until
And
it
For-
dies.
And
Just like
Fortnite's one of
Minecraft.
the games where they innovated something, like building. It's an innovator of a game.
building.
Like
Yeah,
Minecraft.
that's-
Minecraft introduced like the block survival format thing.
Yeah,
It's still around.
And they're both games that haven't had someone do something like it in such detail yet. So
yeah.
It's like League of Legends too, man. Like that game blew up. Like,
yeah.
it's still, bro, that game still gets like 100K views on Twitch
Yeah.
now.
That's
It's been around since.
yeah. But
That's
Riot is
insane.
smart.
I wish I stuck with that game, not gonna lie.
Riot is smart on like fucking epic retards.
But you know what's crazy about League is I used to be really into League and I was like trying to climb the ladder and not really even necessarily become a pro player. I just like being good at the game. And what I've seen, because I've been following the game for so long, is that everyone at the top has like completely changed. All the top streamers, everything, like all the top players have basically like a majority, like 80% of them have all rotated just to completely different people. Like everyone at the top of their or at the top of like the streams for League has just completely changed. So I don't know. I found that interesting.
Mm.
Do you want to dwell on what Nally just said so we can talk about that?
Yeah, I'd love
What
to
did
talk about
he say?
that.
What did he say?
Yeah. So Nally just said like he doesn't like introducing like voices and like face cams to his videos because people at school watch his content, so they'd kind of like tease him for his voice and tease him for face cam and shit. But like I think what kids are like forgetting to understand is when it comes to content creation, like you you got to make the sacrifice. Like it's not easy. It's not. People get into this business because they see people like FaZe, Rain, and people like Rice Gum and Banks, and like they're making monies and they're fucking millionaires and shit. Like they're getting caught up in that lifestyle, but they're not realizing that it is actually fucking hard work. It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
It's not anything, bro. Like if you want something, sacrifices come with it. If you're gonna be
Yeah,
an NBA player, you gotta sacrifice so much time to
But
put.
that's the thing about getting into gaming too. Unless this is like you want to make it completely a hobby, unless it's just a hobby and it's just what you want to do for fun, or if it's like I'm trying to make this into something. If you're trying to make it into something, you gotta full send it. You can't just be like, oh, I don't want to put my face or my voice into it.
yeah. You have
Because
to put your all in.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Like that's how anyone gets successful. There's literally no one out there that besides like maybe a Dakotas and a high distortion that they don't put their face in it. And even if they do, like they're all about their voice.
Yeah.
Like they're all about being funny. Like you just gotta think about that.
That's the one thing that I feel like people need to let younger kids know is that if they want to make it in anything, you have to basically sacrifice
Yeah.
everything to get everything.
Yeah, you gotta take the risks. Like, if you play it safe, like your content won't be as good as it can be.
Like
Yeah.
that clip I put on Twitter the other day of what G-Eazy said. If you don't know who G-Eazy is, you're either living under a rock, but I'll explain it. He's a rapper, very, very popular rapper. He's like top 250 most listened at the moment on Spotify. And a girl in an interview asked him, did you ever have a plan B? And his response was no. He never believed in it because mentally, all you're going to say to yourself is, if this doesn't work, I've got this to fall back on.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't have anything at all, then
You have to give it your all.
you have to give it your all
Yeah.
and work hard towards it. Like, it has to work. And that's just how it is. Like,
I'll play the clip on
If you
stream
weren't
for them.
doing music, what would you do?
I don't know.
So she said, if you weren't doing music, what would you be
If
doing?
you weren't doing music, what would you do?
I don't know. I don't have a plan B. I never did, so I couldn't tell you what I'd be doing.
Is that actually
because that
the key
doesn't
to
exist.
success?
Absolutely. You know,
You don't
plan
have
B
one.
is like it's like a safety net. You know, it's like I think mentally you kind of tell yourself it's okay if this doesn't work because I'll do that. Whereas if there's nothing there, there's no it's okay if it doesn't work because it has to. So you gotta.
So, yeah, like, if you don't have a plan B, whatever you're trying to do, you're
Put your
going
all in.
to, yeah, you're going to put 110% of your effort into it because it has to work.
yeah, exactly.
Like, it has to. There's no other option other than for it to work. So you're going to do everything you possibly can, with every last bit of your energy to make it work.
Yeah.
And
That's what I mean,
yeah, having confidence in yourself is just something you have to practice every day. You just have to get into the habit of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and like trying new things and trying to improve regularly.
The less toxic you are, and the more you just enjoy doing what you do, the more confidence you're gonna have. I swear, that's the thing with all the Zoomers, bro. Like they've got no confidence or anything. They're all attention seekers because the community is so toxic, and they all put each other down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You-
I've
you know-
noticed that as well.
You know what raises self-confidence too? Who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
surround yourself with people who are confident and outgoing and know what they want to try to do, you will embody that. Like you will notice you'll start to become more confident. You won't be as shy. You won't really care what other people have to think because like you got that around you. I feel like that's the big problem now. Kids are just way too influenced by like toxic people, bro. And like a lot of it is too like they see kids on Twitter who are like toxic, get all these interactions, bro. But it's not good interactions. It's not the interaction you want.
Those are the people that are
You don't want to be.
not letting anyone know. Like when they.
I blame a lot of top comp players who stream too, man. I really do.
Yeah, fuck Liquid Stretch. All my
nice.
homies hate Liquid Stretch.
Bro, the
Fuck
OC
high
community
building, all my
is
homies
so
hate high
fucking-
building. You know, I actually saw him at DreamHack, and I was talking to Giggy, and I was like, I'm so tempted to walk up to him and make a high building joke. I just didn't know what to say.
You should have told him, say, "Hey, I'm block invested."
He actually has me blocked. That's crazy.
I didn't even high build, bro. Why did I get blocked for it?
You did.
you did.
Yeah,
you did
when it
have
first
hybrid
came out, but
clips.
he started blocking people when it got really big.
He
but
just,
then-
I
then
think he
doing-
just blocked everyone he saw doing high building.
fucking virgin.
And he
Anyway.
just blocks me. Heck.
Anyway, I hate comparing myself to like this situation because I can't. It sounds like I have an ego, but I don't. But like back in 2017, 2018, I was obviously working full time, and my job wasn't just some like, it wasn't like a 8-hour full time job. It was like an 11 and a half hour full time job. It was a fucking long time. It was from 7 in the morning until 5 p.m. every day, and that's 30 minutes traveling time each way. So it'd be like, I'd say essentially, let's round it up to like 12 hours. Yeah. So a 12-hour day, like think about it, that's half of your day gone, and that's excluding sleep. And not only did I do my full-time work, but also as soon as I got home, had my dinner, sat with my family, had some conversations around the table and stuff, and then I'd get straight into streaming. And I streamed every single day I got back from work, and I didn't just stream for like fucking 30 minutes an hour. I streamed for like 2-3 hours every day coming back from work, and I'd stay up from like I'd had work again at 7 a.m. the next day, but I'd stay up until 2-3 a.m. cutting clips from my stream and like putting them into a YouTube video. And I weekly uploaded. I streamed 5 days a week, and I had a full-time job to support that. And like that's because I wanted it. I wanted it that bad. I wanted to put in my all.
That's like I've said this before, and I've said it that many times, but I'll say it again. If you want something bad enough, you'll do whatever it takes to get what you need to get.
I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed fucking going out with my friends. I sacrificed shit like that because I wanted it to work. And that, you know, at the moment I'm still growing, but I think it paid off in the long run. So
it's so slow in the start, and I think it's like the ultimate test is that can you make it through the start? And if you can make it through the start, you've earned it. You know, like it's so hard to grow at the start because you've got to work, you've got to do everything after hours of work, you've got to sleep, you got to do everything with no motivation, like not no motivation, but no support because there's no fans, there's no one else like they're watching your stuff. And it's like a test, bro. It's like if you can get through that stage of 1, 2, 3 years of absolutely nothing and you're just doing it because you enjoy it, then you're gonna eventually it'll come to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. You'll get rewarded for all the work you put in.
I think the most inspiring story, actually, I forgot to say Shroud was one of my inspirations.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly what you're going. Yeah,
his first year and a half of streaming, his only viewer was him.
Yeah.
For a year and a half, like no one in chat apart from himself, and he kept going. It's just, bro. If you really truly believe this is something you want, then no matter how bad it is, you'll keep going.
I constantly feel towards people that are like big and why can't I be there?
Because you got to earn it.
Bro,
you're still
so
small.
many people are so impatient, and that's something Gary Vee says. Like I literally thought of it the second I saw you put that clip in. So many people are so impatient, and they want something to happen right away. They want something to happen within.
That's not how it works.
You need to wait, bro. You're never gonna get something overnight. And if you do get something overnight, it's never gonna stay.
You could be at a stage where you're making the best content you feel like you've ever made in your life,
and
it won't get attention.
Yeah.
But if you can make it through that, there's
you have to just keep going. Yeah. Be consistent.
I hate comparing again, but like me and Denzel, we've been uploading since 2010, 2011, around then, right? We've been uploading on different games. I've been uploading Halo, I've been uploading COD, I've been uploading fucking funny videos of I've been uploading a lot. I've uploaded over almost 100 videos now. Most of them are Fortnite, but still, I've been uploading a lot of videos, same as Denzel. And only in the last year and a half, maybe last year, not even, we've finally found that growth, and we're growing quickly now because it's that first little speed hump that you have to get through. Then after that, you start snowballing and you start exponentially increasing your content. And people got to realize, you only blow up a Fortnite, which has only been out for 2 years, but I've been doing content for almost 10 years now, and I've only started to see seeing the work come out, and in the last year, 2 years, and I never stopped.
Exactly.
Denzel never stopped.
I've been making videos since 2013, and I've been under 400 subscribers until don't know, like,
Fortnite.
last year, yeah, until Fortnite.
When Flea first shouted me out, I was on 300 subscribers, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine,
yeah.
10 years being on 300 subscribers, or like nine years, whenever it was. Like people don't understand. Like you got to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. The only time it happens overnight is if you get help, if you network yourself. For example, fucking, if you're best friends with Sway and you have 10 subscribers and he shouts you out, that's a big boost for you to start your career. But that's not going to happen.
And they're not going to be the kind of fans that are going to stay there. They're
Exactly.
They're going to be there to check you out in the time because like they're Sway's fans and stuff. And Sway says check him out. They're only going to check out that one video that he told you guys that he told everyone to check out. They're not going to stay.
Exactly.
One or two might like your content and stay, but everyone else is just going to go. I don't care.
Just the main thing with this industry is be fucking patient. It does not happen it does not happen quickly. It happens over a long period of time. Like people like Rain, for example. Like Rain didn't get famous in 1 month. He started off being a little fucking. He was in Dare, he was in Era, he was in Saw and shit, and then he ended up joining FaZe. And even then, like FaZe wasn't even that big then, so he was just doing shit as for fun. Then he started really getting into it, and now look at him now. He's a fucking multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
He's fucking living life in FaZe house. Well, like he's moving in soon.
Big FaZe boy.
Yeah, like
if you look at the age of these people, how old Shroud? Like what, 29? 27?
Nah, he's like 24, I think.
he's mid-20s, I
24.
think. Yeah.
And, yeah,
25.
Ninja.
25.
Yeah.
Ninja's what, 27?
27. Yeah.
All these huge people, they're 27.
Bro,
like, everyone wants to be like Ninja, but you're like 15, 16. Like
That's
we're
the
not.
thing.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for like a decade, man.
And they're
Even-
still
even
going, and
us,
that's why they're at
like-
the point where they're at.
Even us, we can't even say we want to be like them yet because
We're still not even that old.
we still have like 3-4 years to get to that kind, like even close to that level.
Not
It's
even,
just
bro. It
Yeah.
could even be
grinding.
10 years. Look at Dakota's.
Yeah.
How old's he? Like
29.
30.
No, it's
Yeah.
low 30s. Yeah.
About
low
30,
30s.
yeah. Even HD, dude. HD, I remember talking to HD. I used to play Gears of War pub matches against him, and I remember getting matched up against him and going, "Oh, I have to try. This guy's an asshole." Like, and then but he, like I used to talk to him when I was like 15, 16 years old, and like, "Oh, this is a grown ass man." And look at him now. He's literally one of the biggest streamers. Like,
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Crosby said in chat as well. Like Dr. Lupo, Nick
Yeah.
Alex. Like,
If you
Yeah.
really think about it, the people who are making the most money out of this content creation
are the
stuff
oldest.
are the oldest. For
Yeah.
Tfue is an exception. He's like low 20s, but that's still kind of old in this.
But
community, is it
even
not?
for all the comp play, I feel like comp players are just different. Like in terms
Even
of
like people.
content creation.
Well,
Yeah.
comp
don't
is different
realize,
because
like-
they rely on gameplay, and gameplay obviously as you get younger, you're gonna have higher quality gameplay. But like Ninja, Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tatman, fucking Nick Merckx, like all these guys are older men. They're adults. They've been grinding for a long time. They haven't just come out of nowhere and fucking. Like people think Tim the Tatman and shit, like they're just randoms who came in Fortnite. No, they've been uploading content for fucking years. Everyone says Tfue, like his biggest game was Fortnite, bro. He was grinding H1 and fucking PUBG and shit. Like
He was
no
playing
one-
Destiny
Yeah.
and
he was
stuff
playing
like that.
Destiny, bro. Like
Yeah.
people got to realize, like the older people are running this con because they've been the most patient. That's
They've been
that's the thing.
legitimately
Patience
grinding.
is the
though.
most important
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, grinding. They don't.
And
they
that's
don't
another
just,
thing.
They
That's
don't just
another
stop for
reason-
5 years and then come back to
Even
Fortnite.
Symphony. Symphony was like grinding H1 leaderboards for like 2 years. Like
Wasn't he Destiny as well? I'm pretty sure he was a Destiny.
Yeah,
player or some shit,
I think he was. So like that's another thing you got to think about.
And you don't
That's
know
the
like how long these guys were grinding without making content but wanted to as well. Like
Yeah.
these guys would have been grinding their ass off, like upset because they can't do what they want to do, and then they get there and then they're not getting what they they're not getting those numbers, but they're still pushing. Like these guys could have been grinding since they're like 12, and like now look at them, they're like 21 and stuff now, and finally
It's-
getting what they deserve.
It's like with the OCE community though, bro, because I feel like OCE is like a kind of outlier because OCE is a really young community. Every pro in OCE is like really young and all that stuff, but like, and everyone looks up to them and they think, oh, I want to be where he is, and they're young, and I think that's where they get the idea of I want to blow up overnight. Like you look at Volks, how old's he? What, like 16, 17? And he's
17,
blown up.
yeah.
Yeah, he's huge. And he's so young. So like people, like kids in the community look up to them and like, oh, he's 17 and he's doing that. I need to get there now. If you look at any of the people that are actually outside of OCE and you have a look at the grand scheme of things, the whole picture is the older people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like circumstance has a lot to play into how these young dudes blow up. Like
Yeah.
he's just really good at Fortnite. Like
And I guarantee you, in 1 or 2 years, if Fortnite isn't at the stage, if Fortnite falls down or below, Volks and all that aren't going to be. They're not going to be there anymore. They're going to be playing other games and they might not be as good. Like Valorant's going to come out. If everyone goes to Valorant and Volks and that go over, they're not going to be the mechanical gods because they don't have the brain for those kind of games, you know?
They,
It's
yeah, they
completely
didn't have
different. Everyone that's good at
experience in game
CS:GO
development.
is gonna shit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not going to be there. They're going to be just little old Timmy again, you know?
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna still have their followings, but their followings aren't gonna be loyal like they are now, tuning into every stream and stuff. They're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
I reckon I mean, I think Volks is a great personality
See,
for
that's
stuff.
the
Volks-
biggest.
But
Volks'
other
personality
people,
carries.
I was just using him as an
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
He's so
yeah.
young.
Volks has possibly the biggest advantage out of nearly 90% of the comp players. No, you know, even higher. I'd say 96% of the comp players.
Yeah, I reckon he's
Like,
he's got,
he's got a very
He's
unique personality.
actually got a very good personality to back himself as a comp
Yeah.
player. Like,
And he's not. He's not. Yeah, he's a mechanical god. Like he's probably the most mechanically gifted in OC. But he also has a brain. He's actually a
Yeah.
very smart comp player, so he can kind of transfer that to other games. But like, there are some people who rely just on mechanics, just alone, and like they're coming top 5, top 10 in the cash cups. But really, it's all because of like just fucking mechanic based, no fucking brain based fucking gameplay and shit.
yeah.
no.
W key with legacy.
Yeah, exactly. There's not much controller players running OC. There's Forbes, Eshes, and shit, but like,
They actually, I read a statistic recently, and within the top 1,000 comp players in any region, I think the most that there is like 300 on NA East, but on OCE there's only like 250 in the top 1,000. Generally, I think the average was around 280.
yeah, there's
It's
really
like,
not
yeah,
that
not
much
a
of it,
lot.
but
Yeah. not a
People
lot.
think it's because they get beamed and they're just fucking controller players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's because it's the cash cups and stuff like that, and it's an open format tournament where there's it's not everyone's a pro. So when you play those games, you can just have like little old Timmy who's literally just sat there in a box the entire game and sees you flying through the air and just L2s you, and that's his only kill he's gonna get for the entire tournament.
Yeah.
There's so many of those kids. It happens so much.
Let's be real
Yeah.
too, right? Pro players don't make it any better for controller players. Like when
Hell
they
no.
post, like when you see, like I can't remember who did. I think it was like Assault or something. Like posted a fucking clip of him like L2ing 3 people out of the air, and I'm just like, and then someone was roasting the shit out of controller players, and he was like, "Oh, I don't understand what the problem is." And it's like, you guys are posting these kind of clips, bro. Like, what do you expect? Like,
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Bresso as well. How do I forget about Bresso?
Wolfies does that all the time. He's like, aim assist is not broken.
Have you
at
seen
all.
CR?
Oh my god, just all of that shit.
Yeah, but the thing, like, is what Lupus was saying. Like, it's people are forgetting Fortnite's an open tournament.
Yeah.
You don't need to go through a division. You don't need to go through like smaller tournaments to get into like worlds or like the cash cups. Like back in, like, for example, back in the Halo days, for me at least, like when we 4v4'd, we were screaming, like we knew who we were versing, we know they were Halo pros, and they play differently. Like when you verse pros compared to people who aren't pros, they play differently. Like you have to play smart against them.
Yeah.
When you play against some random, you play smart, and it ends up fucking you more than it fucking does against a pro.
Because they're
player.
literally, because like you're playing smart and you're building and editing, and that
Yeah.
guy's literally just standing there watching you
Yeah.
edit with his gun out, waiting for you to do
You don't
something.
expect his move. You don't expect him to do anything, and then like that fucking bites you in the ass.
Like, yeah, the first 3 weeks of FNCS squads were open format. You didn't even have to be in champs in arena.
Yeah,
You
the
literally
W
was
key.
contender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just whoever had the like. If you could have a 4-man of controller players that just made it into contender, but they're running around all with SMGs, and that's why they're killing people because they're not pros. They're just playing with SMGs and they're getting kills. But they're not like they just ruin it for the pros because that 4-man can run across a pro team, and the pro team dies because they didn't expect that, and it ruins their game. Like week 3, I think Fresh and that didn't even qual.
Yeah.
Like, they're an insane team and they didn't even make it to the finals. Like it just proves that the open format hurts the pros and it hurts the like it just hurts pros. There's not much other way to say it really. Because like all these open players, they just do dumb things that don't win for anyone. They don't win out of it because they end up being with
griefing.
no health out of the fight. It's literally griefing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I don't know. This game is so oddly structured for a competitive game. Like
Yeah.
they can
think
do
when
so many
you-
things to structure it like well, but they just decide not to.
I think it's just the aspect of RNG. Like when
It's
you have
just battle
RNG in a
royales.
game, like battle royales and RNG, like
Yeah.
it's so nerve wracking. Like you get in a game, you land at the same spot, some guy gets a gold pump, you get a fucking silver tack. Like
Or
that,
you get a
that
fucking pistol.
yeah, like that's the aspect of why I don't enjoy RNG based games, because it kind of removes. Obviously, when it comes to end game and stuff, a lot of people have the same weapons because they've been harvesting, have the same mats, have the same shields and stuff.
But even
like,
then, it's like circle RNG.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
circle
like,
RNG.
You run into it's RNG on what kind of situation you're gonna run into.
Yeah, it's always going to be different, which is fun. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, when you're in a comp situation and it's different, like it kind of feels refreshing. Like you have different end games. You could end on a zone that's fucking tiny. You could end on a zone that's big. It's always
That's
different.
Yeah.
But it's not structured. It's not something that you can master so easily compared to like COD, Halo, like games like that, for example. That's
And that's
kind
I
what I
always
mean,
thought
it's
that
like-
they should do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think Fortnite is the only game that doesn't actually have competitive events called out in advance. Like, we haven't heard anything about
Yeah.
FNCS, and it should be starting in what, like 3 weeks or something.
Or
You look
even
at
the
Apex
World Cup.
Legends. Yeah, legit. We have no idea. We don't even know if there's going to be a tournament this like next 2 weeks or something. Like, we could end up going through this whole season, and at the end of the season, like, oh yeah, we used the entire season to just refresh the game and not put out any tournaments to give us time to prepare for the World Cup. We'd only know once they've finished doing what they've done.
And it's crazy
like-
how many pro players there are too for this game. Like on top of that.
Yeah. The amount of money and everything in it, and that's why I love Apex Legends as lot as that's why I like Apex Legends a lot at the moment as well, because it is RNG, but pretty much every single gun in the game, apart from the Mozambique, you can actually kill people with, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they add like a pop up what is it, hop up?
Hop up, yeah.
Yeah, didn't they add a hop up to it to make it like busted?
Yeah, the hammer point rounds on the Mozambique. So if you're shooting someone who doesn't have shield,
Oh,
it does a lot
okay,
of
that's early game,
damage.
so
Yeah.
pretty
Just
a lot
The
of damage.
Mozam's not even that bad. Like, I'd choose that over an
Look, you get that with like a
RN45 any day,
decent
bro.
shotgun bolt. It'll do okay.
Yeah.
It'll do something.
Anyway, we're venturing off.
But
into
yeah, something I was gonna say about we were talking about to Nelly before. First off, we need to give Perks a kiss. Mwah. There you go, mate.
Mwah.
the whole Discord. A common mistake. I used to do this all the time, and I still do. But you can't compare yourself to other people, especially other people that are like way bigger in the community.
I
Like,
do
you
that
just
a
can't
lot.
do that.
Yeah.
Like,
something you need to remember as well is you gotta remember that when you're playing at that top level and stuff like that, is you've gotta if you are comparing yourself to people that are better than you, remember to compare yourself to the average and realize how far you've come.
Yeah.
Because like you need to remember where you came from and how good the average is and how much better you are than the average.
you can't ignore your progress.
Yeah.
Bro, comparing yourself when it comes to like numbers is the most
It's
dangerous thing you
really
can do, bro.
dumb because
really,
Fucks-
like,
it
that's the
fucks with your
thing.
mentality so
Yeah.
bad.
I feel like you just can't do that in this community
You
at all,
can't.
though.
Really
Like,
can't.
especially with the way of like how random it is with people blowing up. Like, it's just you can't like.
You can't control how many views you get, or how many people come across you, who shouts you out, who doesn't. But you can control
Whether or
how...
not you hit algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. But you can control how much effort you put into your videos and how much
You get out of it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you can control like the time you put into what you do, and you can control how much effort you put into your grind stuff. So that you should be judging yourself off of that. Like,
Yeah.
Are you happy with the effort you put into a video? Are you happy with the content you're making? You shouldn't be focusing so hard on numbers and things that are out of your control.
Yeah. Like YouTube is a luck-based fucking app. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Like, it's not something where, I mean, don't get me wrong. The people who grind the most obviously get the most out of it. But you could be grind, like for example, like us, like I said, like we've been grinding for 10 years and only now we've been starting to see some progress. Like, it's different for everyone. Like, some people hit the algorithm, some people don't. Like, some people will put fucking hours and hours and days even into videos, and it only gets nothing out of it. So like, it's like, don't beat yourself up for not getting the views you expected. Just, think about it like this. Like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have a 10,000 view video with all my comments being positive and all of them being supporters saying, you're amazing, I love this video, blah blah blah, rather than get 50,000 view video with like some hate comments, some people saying the quality wasn't that good, the quality wasn't that high. Like, it's really a perspective of how you take the views and how you take the numbers.
That's
Yeah.
the thing as well, is that those 10,000 people that are liking it, rather than those 2 million people that are disliking it, are going to be those 10,000 people in your stream, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they actually want you. Like they like your content.
Would
They-
rather a loyal fan base than a bigger one.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And you need to focus on the work more than the results, because the results come with the work naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Whatever you put in is what you get out.
yeah. It's just luck. Like Epic Namer said, but people that upload daily videos with terrible clips get more views than people like Tid or Hollow or even myself. It makes no sense. And
Yeah, it's not
can't make
loyal
sense of it.
views though.
Yeah, it's just like some people get lucky. Like it happens.
Yeah.
People that upload daily videos, it's literally in the title, bro. They're uploading daily videos. Hey, Tid can't upload daily videos of
With
him
the
doing
level of
insane clips because it
consistency
takes
hits.
time.
Yeah,
It's
they're higher
those people
quality.
that are- yeah, it's daily, so there's gonna be more content. So it's gonna like more people are gonna see more content. You know, like when Tid uploads on a Thursday, only people that are like looking on Twitter on the Thursday night and the day after are gonna see it. Whereas someone uploading daily, people are gonna see it every single day.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
That's why they
like,
blow up.
there's also like little other variables like average view time, if someone enjoys it or not. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
think
like that's
there's a lot to it.
That's another topic. YouTube
That's something
algorithm.
else,
Is
yeah.
we can talk. Maybe we can talk about that next
It's-
week with our guests.
Yeah.
all I've got
Yeah,
to
I
say
think next
is
week would be good.
if you're looking at the average views more than you are your average view duration, you're looking at the wrong statistic.
Yeah.
View
Think of-
duration
yeah.
is a lot more important.
Think about it like this: like you could hit algorithm, you could have a 100K view video, but if you have a 5-minute video and you have a 30-second average view
Yeah, bro,
duration, which doesn't happen because really the higher duration is the more likely you hit algorithm. But like if you have that, like you're doing something wrong. You're enticing that person to watch your content for 30 seconds and they click off. That should tell you something. That should tell you that I need to up my content. I need to cut out unnecessary stuff in the intro. I need to, work on captivating the viewer. Because really, at the end of the day, the people who stick around, like especially in this community, like for you to hit algorithm video, you have an insane opener, insane clips that follow, and the clips progressively get worse and worse as you get to the closer. Because they watch your audience retention and like your audience view duration has to be high in the beginning for it to be able to be on the recommended side of the YouTube.
Yeah.
Like YouTube has structures. It's not impossible to hit algorithm, but at the same time, there's also luck-based features that you have to, fucking keep in mind.
That's
Yeah, I
a
know
whole other
nothing about-
ballpark from
I don't
Look,
know
like,
about
I've
that.
searched up hundreds of videos, and still myself, I have not yet to hit it because it's always going to be luck-based. It's going to be random.
yeah. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, we'll leave that.
We'll
for
probably
next
get into that next week.
Yeah.
And we'll have other opinions on it as well.
week. Yeah,
Um
especially by fucking 3 retards.
Oh, we've been going for like an hour 20. Do you guys want to watch a few videos from the
Yeah.
tweet and then wrap it up?
Yep.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Super
3
easy.
videos going to watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get 3 out of the way, guys, because we don't want to watch too much.
Yeah. I reckon I'll pick one, Oren pick one, and Arian pick one.
Yeah, don't forget, guys. Like we're uploading these to YouTube. We're not trying to do a reacting stream. Upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Just a little thing to fill in. Does
Yeah.
anyone have any like quick questions before we start getting into the videos?
What other videos that you're watching? Just like creative videos.
Just any videos, man. Any Fortnite.
Yeah, literally anything. Like, there's a funny moments one here that I wouldn't watch. Just because
Yeah, you choose
a
one.
lot
Oren
of
choose
them
one. I'll choose one.
Um,
are-
Oh, I forgot you guys upload this to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I hit the
Wait, have we
channel.
started doing that yet?
I want to watch Arthur's.
I got it tonight. Alright, look, promise to God, I'm uploading them. I swear to God.
I want to watch Arthur's one, World's Best Aim in Fortnite Chapter 2.
Natalie, let's be honest. You come in my stream every week for a reaction. Let's not watch yours for today.
Arthur's? Did you say?
Yeah, Arthur.
And Natalie, everyone in chat knows who you are. We'll try and watch people who.
Yeah, I want to watch people that we
I mean,
don't know,
I know,
or that
I
we
know,
don't
I
really
thought-
watch as much or haven't reacted to before.
Is that Vertigo?
I don't think you linked anything.
Oh, I thought I saw Vertigo's intro for a second. No, that's Arfa's intro. They have a similar one.
Bro, I would love to try a face mask. Not gonna lie.
Same.
Huh?
I want to get into I want to get like a skincare routine.
Yeah, same,
Nah,
bro.
'cause I don't think I'd do a skincare routine. I'm too lazy.
I could actually link you guys to one.
Face
Not even
mask
kidding.
could be a good start.
I reckon it'd be so satisfying just
Yeah.
getting a face mask.
So did you pick one,
I want to wear a balaclava on stream, but it's fucking TOS.
Arian?
Yeah.
I don't have one just yet, so you can watch yours first, and then I'll look
Okay.
for one.
I remember wearing a pair of my underwear on my head as a do-rag,
bro.
and then wearing a pair of Oakleys. I look like a bike gang member.
Alright, here you go on this video, guys. Let's go to 0-0. We'll just click play at the same time.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
alright.
ready, you are.
Ready?
Everyone ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
What is up, guys? It's Zero, and welcome to my first official video on the channel. Today
Oh,
is
let's
just
go.
going to be a funny moments video of all the good times I have with my group of friends. If you would like to see more videos like this one, leave a like down below. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on those post notifications for future videos and such. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, peace.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, dude, I freaking shit in my throat.
Somebody shit in your throat?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, Chris. Oh god.
What?
Oh my god.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
alright.
We can't go that way.
Chris,
Big mountain.
are you serious right now?
What's he doing?
Oh fuck.
He's having a hard time opening pickle.
What's going on?
Chris!
Oh my god.
Yeah, alright.
Bro?
Dude, I just ripped ass.
God!
Dude, this guy's so ass. He can't get height on me, and every time he boxes up, and I can't take a step.
Oh, yeah.
He does. He just tries to edit on me.
My body got rid of toxins. Sports things happen.
You're actually a fucking pussy. You're
Jesus Christ.
Holy
to
shit.
say that.
fucking can't with this fucking game, dude. It's so ass.
Love it. Love the rages.
The drum roll. Holy shit.
I'm gonna land on this brick.
I'm gonna land on this grass.
I'm gonna land on his dick. Wait, what?
Hey.
Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. And as always,
Oh my god.
leave suggestions in the comments below as to what I should do for my next video. I'm sorry.
That was
I
good.
I think the only thing I would say is just make them longer.
Yeah.
Funny moments
yeah.
videos, you want to have them there laughing for fucking a long time.
Exactly. You wanna. You want, like, funny moments videos are totally something people will, like, they'll get food and, like, sit down and just watch it while they're
Oh
eating
man,
or
every
something.
time
Yeah,
this fits
for
or
sure.
something, upload a video. I make sure I've got my
Yeah.
nuggets or whatever I'm eating ready.
Like, so even, like, 6-ish minutes, you know? 5-6 minutes-ish, like.
I reckon
Yeah.
10 is perfect. It's just
10 is perfect.
perfect, mate.
Yeah. You get your popcorn,
Nice.
exactly. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Zeros. Also, there were some dead bits where there was really nothing happening, like no dialogue or anything. You gotta cut those out.
Yeah, with funny
Yeah.
moments, you gotta make it quick and fast paced.
Yeah,
People have terrible attention spans.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like, like moments can lose some of their like comedic effect if it's just there's like too much dead
Dragged out too
space.
long.
Yeah. It
If
can
you want to
get-
look at a reference point, look at someone like Fearless, for example. Like, look
Look
at
at
how the
someone
videos
like
are
Guido.
edited.
yeah, feel
Or look at Denzel's videos. Like, just look at how they're edited, and like try and because like the clips are funny. It's just the editing it could have been done a little bit better.
You can have like an average clip even, and the editing can enhance it.
exactly. Editing can make stuff funnier. That's something to think about. Editing plays a big part in videos like that more than you'd think. So this is the next one from Arthur, world's best aim in Fortnite. I think it's a montage. Yeah.
Yep, Arthur's fucking insane. I don't know what I want to watch. I'm looking through all replies and there's not one video I want to watch.
Did he say no? He said fearless. I think.
Yeah, fearless.
Fearless. Don't make a long video if it's boring. That too. That has to be funny. Like every clip has to be like genuinely funny. You can't throw in a clip where you're like, oh, it could be funny. Like you have to be certain. Yeah, that it's gonna be funny. Otherwise, like people could get bored. I'm on 0-0 of this new one. Arthur's video.
Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, Arthur.
Nally, we were just talking
And
about
Nick
it, man.
Collins. Nally!
Please, you have to like.
What do you mean you
take
don't
us
usually?
very
That's a fucking
serious.
cap and a half. I don't usually care about numbers. But the thing you're not understanding is, like, you're making it sound like Arthur's videos are bad. Like, Arthur's videos are good as well. He's just getting lucky. Like I said, YouTube is luck.
It's a lot of luck, but I also think that if you upload often on a good schedule, then like you'll get pushed harder. That's the thing. Like Arfa, if you go and look at Arfa's channel, he's consistent, extremely consistent with using algorithm videos, good titles, and all of his montages, even if he uploads super often, there's still like decent quality clips. Like every shot he hits is like his filler clips are like flick shots, which is like insane.
And people love watching flick shots and shit.
And yeah.
Nelly, you said, I'm so happy with my content right now. It's not even a cap. If you're happy with your content, you wouldn't care about the numbers.
Exactly. You're not happy about the content. You're just not happy about the outcome. Which, like I said, when it comes to YouTube, it's luck. It's obviously not only luck, but like look at your Twitter. Your Twitter pops off for a reason because Twitter is easy for videos to get around. It's easy for fucking like it's easy. It's just a like button. And people scroll on Twitter and they just like shit. Like for example, Tilsies, he likes every single tweet on the timeline, and that shows support because like you could see that on another person's timeline, and that will create a snowball effect. More people like it. But YouTube, when you like a video, there's like no one sees that like no one will see that.
Are we all on 0 for this video?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
I like that intro.
I like that intro.
Yeah, short and sweet. He's so good at flicking.
Oh my god!
Oh, flick 200. Oh, yummy. William just got fucking.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
See, like, this isn't showing any, like, mechanical skill. It's just showing, like, flicks, and people love
It's entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
Brother, can you play on my Kovacs for me?
That's what I mean though, like I'm not a creative warrior or anything, I'm not in the creative column, but I could watch this just because everyone loves a good flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
How is he just standing
Every
there?
single fucking kill is a flick.
You're like a Beyblade cunt.
Bro, he's like railing these e-girls though, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god.
Just don't even get in his box.
Whoever Hannah is, she's getting destroyed.
She's getting lapped hard, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna make a
See,
joke, but
that's-
she's probably underage.
That's like,
Whoa!
that's something you don't see a lot of either. Like clips like that.
Yeah.
It's,
That video can blow up.
yeah, that's something that stands out to people. You know, it gets people engaged. That's also another reason.
But I mean, like, Northy, you were talking about it, what, yesterday or something? About how trick shotting would blow up, but people did 360s.
Oh, yeah, if people started... bro, honestly, if people started spinning in Fortnite shots, I'm telling you it would revive it. It might not revive it much, but bro, could you imagine how much nicer shit would look? Like, I feel like that's kind of what killed it. Like all it is now is like either you're riding a med kit, a flopper, or like you're just riding something, and
Oh, someone!
Oh man.
Hey, get me a part of TikTok right now.
no, but like you'll ride, and then like what? Stop, stand, no scope someone. Like it's not.
You need
It's
a
not-
better choice of
It's
words.
not. It's like not interesting though. You know what I mean?
You can. You already know what's gonna happen. Like, oh, he's gonna
Yeah.
stand, he's gonna hit it. Whereas if it's a 360,
First
like, oh,
Rusty can ride. 169 meters.
First, Rusty.
First can ride. First, bro. It's like first can ride. First med kit ride. Like, bro. Like I see one more ride. Like.
That's the thing I don't like
the
about
first
when people
dick.
say it's the first medkit ride. It's like the medkit is the exact same throwing mechanics as anything else in the game. It's just like riding
Yeah.
anything else. It's just a medkit.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Let's
ride it.
Same
stop with
thing,
these
different
choice of
name.
words.
What? What's wrong, Tid? You don't like riding?
No, I love writing. What are you
Oh
talking about?
man.
Yeah, exactly, Tid. I
You're just
bet you
getting a
love
little
riding.
too excited.
Yeah, you're gonna get me going on stream.
It is
Some say
jealous.
So, somebody say.
Straddling a medkit.
First
somebody
medkit straddle.
Look, I don't even know. I don't want. I don't want to choose.
If you don't want to choose, someone else choose.
Someone
I'll
choose
put
for
the someone. pick
Cause you look
one of the
into
videos
my
from
tweet
underneath this
and look
tweet.
at my look.
I'll put it in the
Shall I
podcast
look for
Discord.
someone as well? I was looking earlier.
We'll just
Probably
we'll
updated.
we'll do one more video because I really need to piss. So
How do I grow on Twitter, bro? I have a method, and like I've been growing quick because I stick to that schedule and method. But like, I don't know if we have time to talk about it. It's not easy.
Don't expose the method.
yeah,
I won't
let's save that
expose
for
it.
another day.
I'll expose it next week in the stream when we're talking.
That'd be a good video to make, though, Tid. A video on how to grow on Twitter.
But
Yeah,
But do you
it
think
works.
people would care about Twitter about like from watching YouTube?
yeah, people love.
If-
Oh, that's true though.
But like it'll be like
That could
a
be
lot
a
of
good
screen
Twitter video.
recording and stuff. It'd be a good Twitter video, yeah. But then again, Twitter's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I need a lot more than that.
Oh, true.
It's actually like I've actually got a proper method. Like I literally, when I wake up in the morning, I don't just tweet random bullshit. Like I have a method. Oh, look at it. Nally DMs me saying, "Give me the method." I'm the first person to DM me.
Someone pick a video.
Oh
Oh,
man, everyone I've clicked on so far has hurt my eyes. Hold on.
Tid wakes up and says, "Dick pic souls followers, bro. Don't expose." To join called later and tell me, guys, I ain't trying to expose it. Like,
What's up, Zestia? How's it going, man?
Is it something that you've come up with, Tid?
it's kind of like what I've taken from bigger Twitter people, and
That
also
you
like,
kind of watch what they do and then you.
I
like,
watch what they do
imitate?
and I apply it
Yeah.
in my own way. Especially me, like I don't post that much Fortnite content as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll explain it like in.
Have you
call.
found a video yet, Kosh?
Not yet. I'm looking at Tid's page right now. Let's see. I say let's give Perks a watch, shall we?
Perks up.
Is that the satisfying edits?
Satisfying
one?
edits, yeah.
Yeah, that one. He's got 50 subs. I think he
1-0.
deserves it.
I can't believe you only have 50 subs.
Can you link, please? No, he restarted his channel. He had like 200-300 before.
That makes sense. That's why I wasn't subscribed to this account. I was like, why am I not subbed? Yeah.
I already see one thing, Perks, that I don't like. It's a 1 minute and 11 video. Make it longer.
Yeah, if you wanna, if you ever wanna hit recommended or any kind
Anything
of
over
search
2
results or
minutes and
algorithm,
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready.
I'm on 0.
Yeah, I'm on 0.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
I don't think these niggas realize how much I don't give a fuck. But it's time
That film damage? The
I
thing-
like this song.
Yeah, film
Yeah.
It's a little too stressing. Maybe lower your film damage. I mean, I'm not the
there's
best
a lot of
editing,
it. There's a lot
but I
of
can
it.
see a lot of it.
Your whoosh is way too loud, by the way.
Is what?
Oh yeah, I heard
His
that.
whoosh,
Sam.
his whoosh and his
Yeah,
shotgun
I
sound
hear
too loud. Nice clips though, for sure.
Yeah, I like these.
Perks is insane.
I love watching
Oh
Perks so much.
my.
It's a little scatter special right there.
I love
Nice.
it.
That was a good clip there.
That was good velocity too.
RD90s. So satisfying.
That's one of my dude. That's still to this day is my favorite. Like one of my favorite edits, where you edit the flat, then the cone, then reset the cone into a ramp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
RD90s are the most good-looking fucking. Like, you know who's amazing at it? Kamara. He's so
I was about to say Kumara's ones are insane. Like, I could watch that all day. I hardly even watch. I don't even watch Fortnite creative anymore. But like, if I'm scrolling through the timeline, I see like a clip from Kamara where he's like doing RD90s or something. I'll just watch it. I'll watch the whole thing. So good.
I'm gonna find this.
make it longer.
Make it longer. Yeah.
Make it longer, man.
Definitely.
Because like that was actually good. I was interested. If I had more clips, I would have watched the longer.
I reckon even if it was just a filler clip in between each of those clips would have been good because those good clips like kept my attention.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, if you can't look, I'm gonna say this real quick. If you're trying to make a video longer, instead of making a 1 minute and 30 video, for example, just for example, use a filler. Just go free build and like make sure it's a really good free build and fit that in. Just a 5-10 second free build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Edit plays is a little bit different because free building isn't as cool in terms of editing as other like clips and shit. But like, just add a little filler. Make
Even
it a
then,
2 minute
you
mark.
could do like an edit course.
Yeah, an edit
all
course.
for 10 seconds.
Exactly. Edit a wall for 10 seconds. Sun gaze, no, don't do that. But like, just use the filler and get it to that 2 minute mark. Because under 2 minutes, the only way you're hitting like algorithm is if you're like actual content person, not a gaming content creator.
You can totally end the video on a free build.
Yeah, like don't even if you want your like audience retention up, just leave the free builds to the end because that's when people lose their attention, not at the beginning. Because at the beginning you want to captivate them, you want to make sure they're staying glued on their seats.
Clips at the start.
Yeah. Okay, is that it for watching?
We're done. Nelly, I'll watch your video when I'm eating my pizza after the podcast.
Do we want to answer a few questions?
At 1 hour 40 minutes into this podcast already.
Yeah, we'll answer a few more questions.
Does anyone have questions they really, really want to ask?
Alright, 3 solid questions.
Favorite ego.
Solid.
Okay.
Favorite ego.
Favorite ego.
Easy. I'll answer. No shame at all.
Yeah, love truck.
Really?
You know what? I don't know. Like,
it's so hard, bro. I don't think I have a favorite at the moment.
I don't have a favorite. I love all e-girls.
All women are queens.
Simp.
I don't think I've actually seen one that I genuinely like. I've only seen one that sounds really bad, but I'm not going to continue that.
Look, any Asian e-girl goes on my list, so.
I'm announcing I'm moving to NA with Khosh to pursue my future wife.
We're gonna find him a nice bougie girl in Los Angeles.
Yes, I want one who just wants me for money.
We're just gonna get you a no, you're gonna want her for the money. She's not gonna want you for the money.
I'll just pick one eagle, dude.
He's actually looking for his following.
I'm looking for my following.
Wait, who's following? You're looking through your own following.
Yeah. Bro, it's like the quickest way I'm gonna like get an answer out there.
That's
what do you else expect? You can publicly look at my following anyway.
I'm gonna have to vouch, bro.
I don't know. I can't pick one.
Nah, there's too many, bro. If we're talking about the OC community, there's a very scarce amount. There's not a lot.
And I don't want to talk about them.
Who are single, and I would not like to talk about them because I'm friends with most of them. But you girls know who you are. You fucking queens. Let me get down on one knee and just treat you right. Treat you the way you deserve. Anyway, but like, yeah, is there any actual questions, guys?
Yeah.
That's not a real question.
Favorite.
Two more questions now. 2 more questions.
Tid's the thing. Okay, never mind. I'm not reading that.
Favorite Fortnite couple?
Tid, treat me right. Perks, you're 16. I'm gonna treat you right at a playground, you fucking little boy.
Whoa!
That sounds so wrong. I meant to. I meant to tease him, but like
Pull
it sounded
over.
very sexual.
Pull over.
Well, you're gonna push him on the swing, right?
Yeah, I was gonna give I was
yeah.
gonna fucking hit him, bro.
Okay. I think that.
Under arrest.
I'm protected. The legal age has changed to 16, even though I don't want to do that. But like, that's
Oh my
I'm
God.
protected. So
Has it actually? Because I don't think I've seen anywhere like that. Is it actually?
apparently,
How about we stop talking about this?
how about we leave this for the last ever cast? Because that's when we'll definitely get.
Okay, yeah, you can take that.
Any questions, guys? Come on.
It's pronounced.
How to pronounce
Anyone?
George? It's George. So it's like
George.
George but with a Y.
Yeah.
George. Or like you are
Anything
your
else?
like you are George. So
Any questions?
favorite Fortnite couple? Come on, Gorma. We all know what the answer is.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and Pokemon.
Lupus and controller.
Hey guys,
Me and the boys.
Did you?
Nah,
okay,
legit
this is hilarious. Okay, you guys have seen the video of Pokemon doing say so, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that hundreds of times.
Tell me that she doesn't look like she's built like a tooth in that video.
That too.
Oh
Go
my
look
God.
at the video. Go
Are
look
we
at the
talking?
video.
Are
And
we
you
talking
won't
like
be
a
able
front
to see it.
tooth? Are we talking like a wisdom tooth? Are we talking like little
I don't-
bunny teeth? I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
not really like
Man
if you
said
go
a
and look up like a
tooth, bro.
cartoon picture of a tooth. Yeah, that's
Oh
exactly
my
what you look at. Hold on.
Oh, that's so mean, but it's funny.
Man said it too. You
Gotta
can't
get- I gotta get
disrespect
picture. I gotta get
Pokey
picture.
like
Hold
that.
on. I gotta get.
She built like this.
She built like a tooth.
Oh.
Now, legit
Legal
question: Do
age
you
in the
have a
Philippines is
guest?
12.
Do you have a guest lineup for the next podcast? We have 3 guests, and I think we can talk about it today because they've already confirmed.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so we've got Tweaks, Exu, and Serpent coming on next week, guys. So it's going to be a good week.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the creative com, especially. We're going to be talking about algorithm stuff. We're going to be talking about insert controversial topic here, faking clips. We're going to be talking about macros, everything.
And I would love to talk to them about overtime. Like,
And I would like to
how
talk to them
that
about the Val.
Oh man.
Serpent
yeah, well,
AU. We're talking about Serpent
I'm actually
have to be
interested
there
in
for that one.
fakes.
Well, Serpent and Tweaks are. I don't know, man. That's a touchy subject with them.
For what?
Definitely don't bring me into that conversation with them. That's all I'm saying.
What topic?
Faking clips.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's not.
I don't know, man. You guys should leave that one out.
Look, we're trying to be, we're unfiltered. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So,
We'll fucking
Ding
talk about
dong.
everything.
Ding dong, your opinion is wrong.
Wrong.
any other question? Is it ending here? Crime, what are you doing with your life, bro? You're fucking.
Who's your favorite
an hour and 46
hollow? I mean,
Who's your favorite Hollow Maker?
Oh damn it. First thing that comes
I'm-
up on the bloody Twitch homepage, man.
It's 2019. They call
Oh,
it. They want their
Verticus.
high jumps back.
Oh, she's so. I respect her work ethic.
I'm not gonna lie,
Great
I-
woman.
Her two
I'm the
big
best
work
creative
ethics, bro.
warrior I see.
Great woman.
Mm.
Okay,
You might be, Lupus. You might
Juicy
be.
big worth ethics. Have a cast of Nally. Yeah, but you guys don't want to hear the wow wow in the background.
Whenever I think of Finale's voice, all I think of is yeah, cunt. Like.
Nah, we're definitely. I want to have a podcast. with a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of, a lot
I
of
want
Zoomers. A lot of Zoomers.
I want everyone from
Bro,
Stoopid Ahh
what
to
was
like
I
be on the
saying?
podcast at one point.
What was I saying to
yeah.
Denzel earlier? Do you know how funny it would be for one episode if we just round up a whole heap of Zoomers?
That's
and
what I'm saying, bro. Imagine
and
having
just
Crime, Nally, and
flame
all
them.
these Zoomers in there.
And we like,
Sake.
And then, like, anytime they talk, you're like, shut the fuck up. Okay. What? Any question, guys? Come on.
Bro, if they had questions, they would ask it as the chat.
I
You
don't
can
know.
get
I
fucked.
just accidentally hit myself in the
Oh
nose.
yeah.
Get
How are we up to
fucked,
the get
chat.
fuck section?
Get fucked, man.
Alright,
Most
guys.
overrated players.
I'll punch Tit in the fucking balls. Yeah, you don't even need to bend down. Just fucking eye level, little midget.
All right, so we're telling a couple people to
Alinity.
get fucked.
I want Alinity to get fucked.
Oh, yeah, literally.
She already gets fucked by a dog.
Literally, I'd fuck yeah, but also get fucked.
Oh,
man.
Crosby, you can get fucked.
Crosby, get fucked.
Crosby,
Now,
mate, what are
Nally,
you
get
doing?
fucked. Wait, Gormo's on every week. Gormo, get fucked.
Gormo?
Okay, Khosh Lupus, we got
Get
anyone you
fucked.
want to tell to get fucked? Who are we getting?
Let's see who's in chat here.
I can do it without
Literally
that.
anyone. Literally
any
anyone you
person.
you can
Any
think
person.
of. Let's go.
Humbo, get fucked.
Yeah.
Get fucked, Humbo.
George, get fucked.
Lupus, who you going with?
Oh, I'm thinking.
Tyler James, get fucked.
We'll give it to.
You can take multiple.
Say it
people.
with conviction. Say
We'll,
it like
we'll
you
give it to
mean
clinics. We'll give it to clinics.
Oh,
Say
yes.
it with conviction.
He
Or
You know,
say it
and
like you mean
especially,
it.
You know who?
Connor.
Liquid Stretch, get
Li-
Oh,
liquor
especially-
stretch.
yeah.
Get fucked. Get fucked. Wait. Connor, I want to hear you say clinics get fucked.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Just say it. I
Nah.
want you to
Say
say
it right now.
No, Lupus doesn't swear. What do you mean?
Oh, clinics get
Oh
fucked.
my.
Sometimes you gotta man up and grab life by the.
My
fucking
last
clit.
one, he said he's gonna be safe, but Jarud get fucked.
Ah, Jarud,
fucked.
get
Jarud.
fucked.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching
Perks,
the week
VI, get
4 of
fucked.
the Stupid Ahh cast. We'll see you guys next week with XU, Tweaks, and Serpent.
Yes, sir.
Not sure what day yet. We'll tweet out what day it will be and what
Most
time.
likely Friday.
And
Should we just change it to Fridays?
Yeah, we'll just do Fridays. We might as well.
But
Every
the thing
week
is, like,
between Friday.
sometimes I've been
Cooked off in my
Well,
head.
we can worry about that another time. Alright, anyway, whose channel is going to be on next week? Is it yours, Arian?
Nah, Northeast.
Alright, it's going to be on... Alright, it's going to be on
Yeah,
Northeast,
Northeast channel, guys.
next
Northeast.
week.
NORTHI.
Right.
We will see you there with
twitch.tv/NORTHI.
Khosh
Also,
Lupus, thank you for joining us, you beautiful man.
yes, thank you,
Love
boys.
you,
I
Khosh
just
Lupus.
looked at the toothpick thing. Kosh, what is your Twitter? Oh, man.
Kosh1k.
At Kosh1k. Alright, and Lupus, what's your Twitter, mate?
I don't have a Twitter, bro. What's Twitter?
Kosh1k, Kosh on Twitch, Kosh on YouTube. go.
It's VX Lupus. I'm pretty sure it's VX Lupus.
Yeah,
Nah, it's not VX. No, it's not VX Lupus. No, we don't need it. We don't need it.
Alright, so Lupus's Twitter is LupusFN. Chuck him a follow
It's
if you
not.
like. Kosh1k as well. Make sure you follow those guys. Check them out on YouTube, especially Kosh as well. Just look up
Thank
Kosh on YouTube. That's it. Alright, thank you guys for watching today. We will see you guys next week. We're going to raid Anvia. Show him some love. He's playing Fortnite, trick shotting. He do be vibing. And yeah, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.